Alright, so here we go with our image with the total fourfold symmetry. I've reverted back to where we have the transparencies at the corners because we don't want the interference that we would have had with the counters that we filled with when I was doing this previously. So now to go to eightfold, you should almost be able to figure this. You should be able to figure this out for yourself at this point, but I'll show you anyway. So we select all, edit, copy, select, none, edit, paste as, new layer. So layer, transform, and this time, this time we are going to go to the arbitrary rotation because we want to use something that they don't have on the menu list there, and we are going to do 45 degrees, and that looks like that. And so now we want to fit canvas to layers again, and then we want to layer to image size, and that is so we can select the transparency like we did last time, select, invert, edit, oops, not yet, make the background active, so that's what we're copying from, edit, copy, select, none, make the clipboard active so that we will be pasting in on over it visibility wise, paste as new layer. Here we go, and we do this thing with lining up the new layer with the background layer again. Zooming in, the move tool. Oh, I forgot to say, I didn't screw up on it previously, but if I had, let's go ahead and set it to move the active layer, because if you're trying to work with by dragging on part of a layer where it's transparent, then what you will actually move will be at whatever the cursor gloms onto rather than the layer you actually wanted to move, and that can be distressing. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you will after working with this stuff for long enough. So I went the wrong direction or something there. Okay, you need to move down a pixel or two. There we go. No jitter when I select for visibility. So we zoom out again. Visibility for the center layer without changing what layer is active. Set opacity of the clipboard number 1 to 50 and click on something so that goes active, and there we go. Ta-da! Layer, merge down, layer, merge down. Now you don't necessarily have to do this at this point, but you can see that we have all this open area out here in the transparency, and that will continue to happen at each stage along the way. because of how the program treats doing the rotation that you asked for. So if we auto crop the image, then we end up with this as opposed to that. So now at this point, at this point, you wouldn't, unless you were going to crop by hand, you wouldn't want to do what I did with filling in the transparent areas on the previous step until after you did this. Otherwise, it wouldn't actually crop anything out because you would have the entire canvas filled. So I'm going to go ahead and save as, and now we are at 8-fold symmetry, and actually I'm going to save it as a GIF so we can keep the transparency. It doesn't really matter because Flickr does not do GIFs anymore unless you pay them. I don't know about GIFs entirely. What they don't do is save animated GIFs, except for as original image, and then you have to have a pro account to be able to access that. That's a little bit of side information that has nothing to do with this. So here we have the 8-fold mandala, and I haven't filled in the corners, and I'm not going to do it because I already showed you how in the previous one, and so that is that.